World War II was the largest and deadliest conflict in human history, lasting from 1939 to 1945. It began when Nazi Germany invaded Poland, shattering peace in Europe and forcing Britain and France to declare war. What followed was not just a military conflict, but a global catastrophe that pulled more than 30 countries into violence across Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. At the center of the war were two opposing sides. The Axis powers, led by Germany, Japan, and Italy, sought expansion and dominance. Standing against them were the Allied powers, including the United States, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, China, and many others. As the war spread, it became a total war, entire nations were mobilized, and civilians were no longer spared. For the first time in history, cities became major targets. Air raids destroyed London, Berlin, Tokyo, and countless other cities. Millions of civilians were killed in bombings, starvation, and mass executions. The war blurred the line between the battlefield and everyday life. One of the darkest chapters of World War II was the Holocaust. Under Nazi rule, 6 million Jews were systematically murdered, along with millions of others, in concentration and extermination camps. It was an organized genocide that revealed the terrifying consequences of hatred and unchecked power. The war reached critical turning points. In Europe, the Battle of Stalingrad marked the beginning of Nazi Germany's collapse. In the West, the Allied invasion of Normandy on D-Day opened the path to liberating occupied Europe. In the Pacific, brutal island battles followed Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor, which brought the United States into the war. By 1945, Germany was surrounded. Adolf Hitler took his own life as Allied forces closed in, and Germany surrendered soon after. In the Pacific, the war ended only after the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, unleashing destruction never seen before. Japan surrendered, and the war finally came to an end. World War II left more than 70 million people dead. Nations lay in ruins, but the world was forever changed. The United Nations was formed to prevent future wars, new superpowers emerged, and the Cold War began. World War II was not just a war of weapons and armies. It was a warning. A reminder of how fragile peace is, and how devastating the cost can be when humanity forgets its responsibility to itself.